Hello, everybody. This is our church by Sharen, and I'm here. We're going to be doing some really wild and crazy things with inks, pencils, and white and black paper. So I'm going to transition to overhead and get you started. Now, what I've done here is a bunch of circles, and then I took line work and just went around the circles and made designs. Here is what I've done on a canvas. I have black and white ones done. I have black and white paper. I have black and white canvases. These are just little card canvases that don't cost too much. If you buy them in bulk, they're really, really inexpensive, and you can take them and if you like them a lot, you can get some 8x10 frames and frame your work. I pulled, I got some kind of something from Amazon, of course, and I found this. This was used in packing it, so I saved it. So if you find things that are a little odd like this and have designs in them, you can use them. What have I got here? I'm trying to find something I started so that we can finish it on it. I'm just using cardstock. You can use cardstock on this. They have black and white cardstock. And what I did is I just took this. I didn't put it, center it or anything. I did it sideways. So I could just do crazy stuff to it. Then I had a pencil here someplace. Well, we'll just use a colored pencil on this. And there's those three. Now I can just do, what I've decided is that 5 of the big ones and 5 of the little ones would be the best thing. It'll look a little odd maybe at first to you, and you could probably add more to it if you wanted to. I might even add 6 big ones. And just put some circles in different places. There. So that's how this one looks. And realize this is how I finished. And I didn't look to see where my circles were. Then I'm going to take the pencil, and I'm just going around and adding curves to the they don't have to be exact curves. They're just a little bit organic, and you can add more if you want. And you can have them come and go as you want. I call this like meandering, and there is no right way or wrong way to do this. I had fun doing the one I did. It doesn't matter how this is put together. All that matters is that you find joy in doing the project. And you can put some beautiful music on. Most of the time, I like to put classical music on. Or if you like some other kind of music, you can put it on. And just kind of swim in your project. And there this one is. Now, I like to make my lines a little bit darker. So I go around with an ink pen or a Sharpie. Now, I'm going to go back and forth between the white and the dark just so that you can understand how this is going. Here's your dark. This one I have done, and I have most of the lines on them. You can use white ink pens, white markers. This black canvas it has something on it that I don't know what it is that it has on it, but it doesn't exactly like to be see, even pencils don't work. But when you get to the ink pens, it'll start working with the ink pens. And I've got paint ones that I will use that have acrylic paint in them, and they make a bigger mark. And you see how you can make your marks. You can make your marks before you even start doing any kind of creative thing on the inside. And I'm going to go back to the ink pen on white because I think I will finish this one, and then later on I can finish the other one and put it on Facebook so you can see it. There's an art projects that you can do that's called slow art. And I really like that because it might take longer to do things. It might take several days to do them. Really, there's no time limit on how long it takes you to do pieces of art. I've had some art that's taken me 3 years to do. And it's okay to have more than one piece of art going at the same time. And it's okay if I don't finish this today. And it's okay if you don't finish yours today. That means that you have something to look forward to tomorrow. Now I have on the one that I got done, I used black sharpies, black markers to do the spaces that I wanted to color all in, and I have I have I have to get some more of the acrylic sharpies um, for that has everything in white to finish the black. We want to do art that settles the mind, that brings us back to today, and today is just fine. And see, I made a little mistake there, but that's okay. We're going to incorporate it into the picture. Mistakes sometimes becomes the best part of the piece of art that you're doing. And when you use pencils to first create your project, you can erase a lot of things. I use the kneader eraser, which turns, where'd that come from? Which turns into a blob, which is good. You got to warm it up a bit to make it work. But it's the best eraser that I know of. Now, there's a start to it. Then I'll use the thick Sharpies to do my line work. You don't have to use the thick one, but that's the one I use. Sometimes I'll get a book on tape and I'll sit and listen to the book as I'm working on my piece of art. And one thing I like to do with things like this is do it great big on big pieces of canvas. I really like doing that, and I think I am going to take this and do it on a huge canvas. Um, Big or small, it all is good. the most important thing is that it heals your spirit and helps you find joy today. This will be the thing that when you go to bed tonight, you'll smile because this was fun. There it is, started. Now this is a little bit more encased than this was. This I left some areas here, especially on the side, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Now I am going to fill in some places. That I think we need to have. Okay. So that way we can start working on the places that are not filled in. And realize that you can add your filled in spaces. So I do a little bit of fill in, and then we're going to do a little bit of working on these circles. Now I'm going to do some of the hard ones first. These things seem to be the hardest ones that we do. It's these ones here. And really, they're not that hard. So, I'm going to take it. I start in the middle. And I've taken a smaller Sharpie. And I'm doing a curved line all the way down. And those lines are not exact. And then I'm going to go up and do the top. And some of them are pretty wiggly. Now I'm going to come and turn this sideways. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it better. There. Sometime I'm going to get myself a new camera so that I can make it come down. Now I'm doing the same thing in the opposite. I just turn it sideways and I'm doing it across. This is going to be turning into little squares. There it is. You see the little squares. And what I am going to do is I'm going to start in the center and we're going to do every other square. And we're doing it on alternate see, it looks like those little squares that they have on some games. Really, here's what they look like when you get all done with the whole thing. And you do not have to work fast. You can work slowly. And you can go all the way to the sides with one line, every other one, and then you do the alternate blank ones on your next line. Now, if you don't get this right, you can always get um, white ink and a tiny brush and cover up the place that is wrong and make it um, the color that it is supposed to be, either white or black. You can always change what you're doing if you find that you make a mistake, or you can paint over it. I find it kind of interesting to see if I can make something different when I've made a mistake. Put the mistake inside of the whole project and make it not a mistake anymore. I'm holding this up so you can see what it's looking like. Now this is not going to get finished today. It took me several hours to get the one that I had gotten done. But that's the fun of doing this, is that it is practice in being patient. Now, if you can see here, I done some of them with polka dots, and then I did some others with circles, and then I took my black and went around the circles, which they turned out to not look like circles anymore on this one and on that one. Then I did some that look like worms. I did the same thing as I did on drawing the circle and making the squares, the first thing, but I didn't do the second side. Then I did swirls, a couple of swirls, and I just had fun doing this. Now, one of the things I did that I thought was fun was this thing where I made triangles all the way down. Now, can you see this triangle that I made? I did this triangle. I'll do it so it shows up better. Because that's only half of doing this one. And I have several of them in there. Now, what I did is that I took that triangle And each one of those triangles, I put lines in, but the lines in each triangle go a different way. I'm holding it up so you can see. There's where I've done the triangles, and I put little lines in the triangles, and each triangle has the lines going a different direction. It's like life. Nothing goes the same all the time. And all those lines aren't exact, I can tell you. Now, let me put that up there so that you can see it. Doesn't that make a nice design? And that's what I had several places on here. I had it here, and I had one here. So that was kind of fun to do. And then I had one right here. So it's two places where designs go in two different directions. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to take this one and make a twirl in it. And I might even make that a little thicker. Now, see, I made a mistake here and I've got two lines. So I'm just going to make that part of something that's important and looks good right there. Then over here, the little ones are getting a little fun here. And I decided I'm going to cut this. Because some of those are really too big. You can do anything you want. This is just a piece of paper and Sharpies and ink pen. There's no such thing as wrong. It's all just fun. I think I'm going to do this side too, since the twirlies are right there. Then I'm going to do a couple of dots, which is fun. You can do your dots big, like this is a big Sharpie, or you could do them small, like there's a small Sharpie I've got. Would be fun if I had a little print that has footprint that was ink and have it be footprints going around. That would be fun. Okay, I am going to, let's see, I'm going to do this one into a dot, 1, 2. I just try to keep them a little, about the same width apart, but that doesn't work all the time. It's like grass. It grows where it wants to. And weeds. You know, a lot of those things that we call weeds are really good plants to eat. Dandelions, you can eat them. You can eat the flowers and you can eat the leaves. That's really good. Now, let's see. I'm going to use an ink pen. Where's it is. Let's see if the ink pen works better. Yes, I can see that better. And if you want some different designs, you can look up in Pinterest Zentangle Designs. Really, this would be fun to do on a t-shirt. If you do a white t-shirt and then tack the front down so that it doesn't move around, and you can use your ink pens. There's fabric ink pens out there that you can use, and that really is fun to do. Well, there's that one right there. Now we're going to do this one here. That's pretty good. Now we need to finish this off. Now some of these I've decided to put a design inside of the design. What did I do? I put little dots inside of this one. Then that's what I did to this one right here, and then I used the lines on the outside, which was fun. Remember, there's no wrong way to do this. And here on the end, you can just take and make all those lines be coming from the center of the bottom of this, and they go all the way up. Then I'm going to turn it around and have it come down. It's coming down a little opposite from what it went up, but that's okay. Then remember, you're the artist. You're creating something that's never been created before. And you decide what the rules are. And this is a really weird place here, so we don't quite know how this is all going to turn out. It's like you're meandering. There it is. I'll get it up there real close so you can see it. It looks like it's going down into a canyon, doesn't it? That's so fun. Now we got two with dots. We're going to have a couple with circles. Now, I'm not going to finish this. I want you to finish yours and then come back and show me what you've done. There's a way to email me on my YouTube thing, and you can email me and show me your piece of art. I would love that very much. My email email is seninger@gmail.com. S like in Sharen, and then ENINGER. And I would love to see all of your pieces of art. This is something I think detailed people would like. I have some other things that I'm going to be doing that I know that are not going to be as detailed as this. On my other one, when I was doing this, it looks like they're rocks or beans in there, and that's what they're going to look like here too. And August is probably going to be pretty hot, so you'll want to be staying home most of the time. You won't want to be out in that heat. Now this is pretty fast. I'm going to leave little white holes all over the place that I'll have to come back and get. But that is the first of doing circles and then blacken them up on the outside. So this is my first one that I did, and those were all of the different marks I made on it. This is the one that I'm working on in white, and this is the one I'm going to be working uh, on black. And the next time I come, I will show you all of mine, but you can show me all of yours on email. So